Good morning, everyone. We hope you're all enjoying yourselves at Ignite this year, whether you're here in the room or online. Welcome to the What's New in Microsoft 365 Copilot Chat session. I'm AJ Brush, Partner Group Product Manager for Microsoft 365 Copilot, and I'm joined by Yana, Director of Product Marketing for Microsoft 365 Copilot. All right, let's get this dance party started. All right. Oh, good. Someone got it. If you're online, everyone in the room is wearing headphones with a cool blue thing. Got a very silent disco vibe going here. I'm kidding. We do actually have a talk, so we'll get to that. And of course, I did make this image using Copilot Chat. So, Yana, take it away.
AJ, how about we do disco after the session?
Absolutely.
But today we have some exciting updates to share about the latest innovation in Microsoft 365 Copilot Chat with you. We'll start with value you get from Copilot Chat by just having Microsoft 365 license. Then we'll talk about the Microsoft 365 Copilot license and how it unlocks the value of Work IQ. And we'll wrap with some exciting agenda capabilities we're bringing to Copilot Chat as well. So let's have a chat about this. With Microsoft 365 Copilot, you get AI built for work. And in the heart of it is Copilot Chat. I just can't think of doing my job without chat these days. And we believe access to powerful chat is so essential in this new era of AI that earlier this year, we've included Copilot Chat in many Microsoft 365 plans. Microsoft 365 Copilot Chat meets very needs of many employees in your organization. And with that, here's what you get. It is secure chat. Unlike other public chats out there, you get enterprise data protection. Then there's agents. They are integrated in the chat experience users are already familiar with, then come in many variant forms. Some agents can be grounded in the public websites or in the uploaded documents. Other paid agents can be grounded in the shared tenant data. And they are metered, so you only pay what your organization is actually using. And then there's a control. We're giving you the data governance framework to help deploy and manage Copilot Chat securely in your organization. Please make sure to check out those two sessions about agents later today and about Copilot Control System tomorrow, so you can learn more about these sessions. Chat is so foundational to work, how people operate today, that we've ensured it is integrated throughout the ecosystem, so users can stay in the flow of work. AJ, you and your team have been so busy recently. Can you tell us about the latest innovations in Copilot Chat from your team?
I would love to talk about Copilot Chat, also known as what we did over our summer vacation. So for the purposes of this demo, I'm a product leader at 𝗲𝗲. You may have met a few of us at the conference so far, and it's my job to figure out where we should expand our smart mesh fabrics, what sport and what market. So I've been pulling together a giant spreadsheet with lots of information, and now I'm going to get help from Copilot to develop a report. So let me go down and pull in my workbook. You can see it adds it right here. If I want to open it, make sure it's the right one, I can do that there. I can also, I was using / to pull it in, but I could use the plus menu to go ahead and add my work content, upload images or files, or attach other cloud files. One of my other favorite things that you may have noticed is the prompt box automatically expanded when I typed in a long prompt. And now that I'm using longer and longer prompts, you can just go ahead and make it super big if you want. So let me go ahead and get this report started. All right, it's going to go ahead and start processing using GPT-5. And since that takes a minute, I actually ran this morning, or a little while ago. And so here you can see the report that was generated. Now, because we're using GPT-5, it has an automatic switcher, so it'll determine that this was actually a more complicated request, and it used our deeper reasoning model. We have this chain of thought UX here, which shows me that we had 16 steps of reasoning, and if I wanted to follow along and see everything that happened from the data format, and looking at the structure, some coding, everything. I had asked for a composite score for which markets. It's going to finalize that, tell me what the opportunity score is, and then compute it. So that reasoning all ran, and here I go with my decision-ready opportunity report for 𝗲𝗲 built from my data. So we've got a nice TLDR here. It's soccer in Europe. That's where we should start. Then baseball in Asia, baseball in North America, and soccer in Asia. And the good thing is Copilot tells me exactly what it measured, why, gives me the opportunity scores and a nice table, lots of region by region recommendations, lots and lots of detail, and clear description of how it arrived at these recommendations. Now, I'm a pretty visual person, so I actually asked Copilot to create a chart for me based on that opportunity score. And here I get, again, we got some reasoning. I get a very nice chart laid out by region showing me like soccer in Europe here, yellow, and you can see how soccer does throughout the rest of the world. I could go ahead and just copy, grab this, or download this for one of my presentations. So let me flip back to the slides, tell you a little bit more about what was going on. And thanks for all your happy demo god and goddesses thoughts. We are going to skip the video that was prepared, just in case. All right, so what you saw was Copilot Chat powered by GPT-5. We were delighted to roll this out for you in the summer, the day that it was announced, so you had access to try it. And again, as I mentioned, there's a real-time router there that analyzes the query and decides if you can use the faster high throughput model or we need to use deeper reasoning. Now, it's really important to know that both of these models are secure with that enterprise data protection that Yana talked about, and they are optimized for work. So you probably have the Try GPT-5 button. You probably saw in my demo. It's now default on. And as we go along, we will be rolling that out as the default model very soon. So I thought I'd step back and tell you what we do to figure out and improve response quality. So before we make any change, like moving to GPT-5 for the model or any other feature change, we use lots of evaluations to make sure we're going in a good direction. So we start with offline evaluations. So we use pre-collected data sets. These simulate real-world scenarios, but they don't involve live users. So we'll run a huge number of prompts through this. We'll look at the quality, the accuracy, and reliability with and without the change. Then we move on to experimental A/B testing. So all of us in Microsoft and 𝗲𝗲 are in internal rings. I'm in, well, those of us working on the product, most exciting ring, execs next ring. So the user traffic is randomly split into two groups here. The control group stays with the current version. Our treatment group gets the new feature, like the GPT-5 model. And then here we look at many different signals. Very key are our thumbs up and thumbs down signals. We also look at implicit signals like copying. We look at performance, reliability, all of these things to make sure in the scorecard that the change is actually having a positive impact on response quality. So I'm delighted to share some of the notable improvements that the team has been working on over the past several months. First, file uploads. We all have many, many files of many different types and complexity. So we've been working hard to make file upload experiences better, improving the interpretation of images in all sorts of file types, helping you with long documents, and also scanned PDFs. Grounding. Grounding is super important to make sure the right data is going into the model with your prompt. I'm going to show you in a few minutes some of the new work we've been doing with Bing to offer more detailed responses. We also have some new UX around references and citations, so you can make sure you understand where the response is coming from. And finally, images. Who knew how much fun it would be to create so many images, including dancing disco logos? But image generation, we've been adding all sorts of features for multi-turn, different aspect ratios, working through uploaded images, as well as working on enhancing image understanding and text extraction capabilities. All right, it's been great to see the response. So feedback from hundreds of thousands of people over the past 6 months recognizes the improvements that we've been making in chat response quality. So we're seeing 3 times as many thumbs up. The satisfaction rate, or the thumbs up rate, has gone up 17 percentage points, and the thumbs down rate has dropped by half. So all of this to say, thank you. Thank you so much for your response feedback. both positive and negative. It's great to know what's working. It's even better to know where we need to improve. So please keep that feedback coming as we co-develop this product together. It's super helpful. All right. With that, I will pass it back to Yana to talk about some of our web innovation.
Thumbs up to you, EJ. What amazing progress with Copilot Chat Quality. Essential part of Copilot Chat Quality is web search. While Copilot Chat is on the GPT-5, the latest model, like any other models, they all have the knowledge cutoff date. And in this case, this is September 2024. With web search enabled, users get the current and complete responses. Also tapping into the web search through Copilot Chat is built with security and privacy in mind, and also as IT, UI, and control. We focus on protecting customer data very seriously. Same applies to the web search. So here's exactly how it works. Only a few keywords, which we call query, sent to Bing, not the full prompt, after the user and the tenant data has been de-identified. We take it so seriously that we've even included a contractual commitment into the product terms how query data is handled. And specifically, data is not used to train models. It is not used to improve Bing. It is not shared with advertisers or for targeting profiles. We treat it as customer confidential information. Queries are auditable. And after all of this, if you still think that does not meet the needs of your organization, as IT, you have the control to disable that. A little more on security before we get back to some exciting demos. We are extending Microsoft's Purview data loss prevention to Microsoft 365 Copilot to help secure prompts with sensitive information. For example, when a user enters a prompt that meets the predefined Purview sensitive information type, the prompt will be blocked from graph and Bing web grounding, and Copilot will not provide response, exactly as you can see in this screenshot. But let's get back to some exciting demos. AJ, back to you.
All right. Okay, keep thinking those good demo thoughts. It's been a busy day at 𝗬𝗲, so lots of exciting changes in our tenant. And actually, before we go on, I just want to say if you have more questions about web or any security, we've got Suhail here with us from who works on that, so you can come up afterwards, and he would love to talk to you more about that as well. All right, so one of the most important things when you come to a conference, what's the weather? What's the weather going to be? So let's see, what's the weather in San Francisco? All right, so this will go ahead and look for the current weather, but what we're exciting. Now, this is not quite rolled out. It's a little bit ahead, but it will be there soon. These awesome interactive cards, so I can go ahead and wish that I was staying here through the weekend because it looks like it is going to be absolutely fabulously warm here in San Francisco. Hopefully a few of you are smiling about that and you're staying. It's not just weather cards. We've got them coming for stocks, sports, news, all of those rolling out soon. So you get this great interactive web experience right here in Copilot Chat. All right, but there's more. So I still have to figure out what to do about our product expansion. So let me go ahead and catch up on the latest in athletic apparel market globally. I've learned so much through my new job at 𝗬𝗲 about athletic sports apparel. So we'll go ahead and grab from the web a bunch of information about the market size, which is quite large, and growth and historical data by region for the last 5 years. So really easy to come up to speed and understand that market. Again, we're going to go in with soccer to Europe. Now this is cool, and what I wanted to point out are actually these little pills that you can see here as I go along, telling me where this data was sourced from, so I could go ahead and click out, see what more details, or I can come down here, click on the sources menu, which pops open in the side, see both what was cited and then other resources that were used for the answer. And then as Yana mentioned, right here, I can go ahead and see those web searches that were issued by Copilot, seeing the full details of that query string if you're interested in. So lots of transparency, clarity, understanding where the data is coming from. But wait, there is more. Again, I really like visuals, so let me go ahead and ask Copilot to help me. I'm using our auto suggest UX, which actually many of us are big fans of. So let me go ahead and create interactive UI here. I'm going to close the sources while we do that. And it's going to go ahead and just start generating code for this great interactive UI. What I was particularly impressed in is, we'll see in a second, it actually comments the code too, which is cool. So I can go ahead and look at this, and I'll show you the pre-cooked one too, because it's cool too. But you can go ahead, you get this, you can change your assumptions of market size of North America, change my growth rate assumptions, watch all of the different things go live. If I want to keep vibe coding with this interactive page, I can ask for a different layout, different look and feel. It's a great way to interactively explore your data right here in Copilot without leaving. All right. Back to images, one of our favorite topics. Is anyone out there making images? If you're not making images with Copilot, okay, one person. I'm confident it's more than one person. I'm sure many people online too. But if you aren't, it is super fun, and you should get going on that. All right, so I've got a picture of our Smart Mesh sensor-rich t-shirt, but I really want to show it in action for my next presentation. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to ask for a photorealistic image of a person wearing this shirt that I'm going to upload. So let me go ahead and upload my 𝗦𝗲𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗁 shirt, and then kick this off. And I'll go ahead. I've asked for my person to be playing soccer. Again, we're going in the soccer market with a soccer goal and in landscape, so I can easily get it in a presentation. Now, I do want this to be a high-res image, so I'm actually okay. That's going to take a few minutes, but of course that doesn't work for this demo. So let me switch over to my pre-computed one. You can see my uploaded image there, my 𝗦𝗲𝗀 shirt, and this lovely gentleman playing soccer with the shirt on. Now, if I wanted a red shirt or a yellow shirt or whatever color shirt, I could ask for that. And even cooler, I can click here. You may have seen Ron do this. I'm going to show you a few more of these features. One of my favorites is actually adding text, because we need to get our logo on this, right? It gives me some awesome options that are already matched the background. I'm going to pick this one. I'm going to go ahead and say, oh, that's funny. I'm going to go ahead and use our Go Ahead, which is our slogan for this campaign. And then I can move this by his head or over here, or figure out whatever I wanted. If I wanted to, I could duplicate the image, make a couple different versions, let my marketing colleagues decide. But really, I think this is going to sell that soccer is the thing we should be doing here. So this is rolling out now. I'm looking forward to lots more images. This is exactly the UX I used for our Copilot Disco image. All right, I've shown you a lot. I don't know if that was... that was for me, yes. No. Woo! All right, it's hard to tell with this setup. Thank you, yes. Perfect, made my day right there. More soccer playing image gen. All right, now I'm gonna switch to Word. As Yana mentioned, chat meets you where you are. So whether you're in the M365 app or, like many of us, spending your day creating content. So here is my 𝗦𝗲𝗀 Smart Fiverr cloud sensing shirt. This shirt does everything, people. But this is great detail for me, but not so much for everyone else. So I can go ahead, use chat here on the side, and ask for a one-paragraph overview based on the specs in this document. All right. Well, that's okay. It's still kind of long. I don't think that's great for a presentation. So I'm going to say, make it shorter, give me some bullets, and I'll get that going. And here we go. Here's some bullets. If it's still too long, I can ask it to shorten. I can give it I need 100 words. Copilot is here as my editing partner to help me get things done. So that's Word. I'm going to show you some other apps later. But for now, let's head back over to the slides. And once again, thank you, whatever you're doing to the demo gods and goddesses. It is working. So what you just saw, you saw GPT-5. So 2 models in one for the first time in Copilot Chat. We talked about the simple model, the complex model, and the real-time router. You saw image editing. Thank you for the applause for that. It's a great way to iterate, quickly bring in images. And then we just got a taste of 𝗦𝗽𝗀𝗻₃65 apps. You're going to see more of that as we go along. But you can use Copilot Chat in Outlook, Word, Excel, PowerPoint, and OneNote. And it's content aware, as you saw. It could look at the document I was working with, help me with the open content so I can ask questions, generate insights, or really make it shorter, which is always my goal. All right, but wait, there's more, again. So you hopefully saw the keynote yesterday and got a t-shirt, maybe. But I want to share more about what Ryan announced, which is that Copilot Chat in Outlook, starting in public preview at the beginning of next year, will understand your entire inbox. So it'll move beyond the email that you have open and let you reason over the entire inbox, calendar, and meeting. And I'm super excited about how this will help people manage their day. In addition, the Word, Excel, PowerPoint agents are coming to chat, and we'll have a demo. They are winning. I'm just going to say the people in the room next to us are winning on the applause meter, but we're going to get them at the end. So as I was saying, the Word, Excel, and PowerPoint agents are coming to Copilot Chat. We'll have some demos in the agent section at the end, so that'll be great. And then agent mode, when you're actually in the apps, you can go ahead and just refine directly. So I showed you summarizing the documents, but you'll be able to edit them as well. All of this coming soon. All right, Yana, what's happening with WorkIQ?
Thank you, AJ. So much value from Copilot Chat just having Microsoft 365 subscription. But let's talk about what value Microsoft 365 Copilot license unlocks with WorkIQ, taking chat experience to the next level. You've seen this probably already in the keynotes and a few other sessions there, but WorkIQ is the intelligence layer that powers Microsoft 365 Copilot and agents. It is data spanning from personal data, your work documents, emails, files, to corporate data from Microsoft Graph, from line of business data, through connectors. And now Copilot also reasons over SharePoint metadata to help reason and improve quality of context and search and responses. Then there is memory. Copilot has offered explicit memory, which is custom instructions, your work profile, saved preferences, and now inferred in implicit memory based on insights from chats. And also inference. Copilot understands the organizational relationships, workflows, and work patterns. Let's actually see WorkIQ in action. And I'll start with my favorite feature, voice in Microsoft 365.
My favorite too. I mean, I'm not allowed to say that, but.
Yay. With voice in Copilot, I can have a back and forth conversation with Copilot. I can interrupt to ask clarifying questions or switch to another topic. This is particularly helpful to manage my day, prepare for the meetings, or just brainstorm out loud some ideas. This is particularly helpful while I'm on the go. That's why a few weeks ago, actually, we already rolled out Voice in Copilot on mobile. And today, we're excited to announce that we're bringing Voice in Copilot app on desktop and web. We're also including this into M365 apps, starting with Word and PowerPoint. And you might have seen some of the demos of Voice in Outlook Mobile as well. And finally, you might have seen this on TV from the consumer version of Copilot. We are bringing the hands-free experience to interact with Copilot on Windows devices by just saying, "Hey, Copilot." So the preview of this feature will be coming in future. Let's jump into the demo. So in this case, I am the marketing manager working on the launch plan proposal for 𝗲𝗲. We all work for 𝗲𝗲. And I want to use voice to help me brainstorm some ideas. And while I do this, I'll check kind of what else is going on for my day. So in order to start a voice chat, I'm here in the Word document. I opened the chat experience exactly where I would type my text prompt. Here's the new button, start a new voice chat. So I'll tap to that. Let's hope the audio is not interfering with the other room with us, but let's give it a try. Hey, Copilot. Can you help me with brainstorming some launch plan proposal?
Absolutely. Let's get creative together. Are we talking about a product launch, a marketing campaign, or maybe something internal? And do you have any particular goals or timelines in mind
I'll
that'll help?
brainstorm some ideas. I think we will be selling shoes for about $150. And probably will make about 15 million per year. We will likely work with some tech influencers, collaborate with some fitness brands. We might create some virtual assets and probably have some in-person launch events. Can you turn this into 3 strategic options with some success metrics, but keep it brief?
Sure. Let's break it down into 3 strategic approaches. First, the influencer collaboration strategy. Partner with tech and fitness influencers to showcase the
Copilot?
shoes.
Actually, can you tell me more about the social influencer impact?
Sure. When it comes to influencers, they can really amplify the reach and trust around the launch. By collaborating with tech influencers, you tap into a crowd that cares about innovation and maybe the shoe's tech features.
Got it.
Fitness.
Actually, can you remind me, when's the next meeting with my manager about the pilot program for this campaign?
Your next meeting with your manager, Daiichi, about the pilot program is tomorrow at 2:30 p.m. You'll be reviewing the pilot program results and prepping for a leadership discussion.
Got it.
Sound
Thank
good?
you, Copilot.
You're welcome.
And close the window here.
Woo! I think that's worth, yeah.
Thank you. All right, back to
Like
slides.
a live demo that works.
So you saw that I was interrupting. Copilot was able to grab information from my work context, knew who my manager was, and things like that. So, and actually, as I was brainstorming, I figured out, oh, I have a meeting that I need to prepare. So I will continue using Copilot to brainstorm, rehearse presentations and whatnot. I actually used Copilot to prepare for this presentation as well. It was super helpful. We are bringing more value of work IQ into chat related to tasks, managing your calendar, inbox, things like setting up, changing your out-of-office reply, managing Outlook rules, or triaging your inbox, such as flagging, deleting, drafting emails. Let's take a look here. Can skip from this one. Okay, so I came back from my business trip a little early, so I wanted to turn off my out-of-office reply. So I just do the prompt and ask Copilot to turn it off, and right here, it is off. Next, I want to check any unread emails from my manager. So I asked Copilot to do that, and I got 2 emails. First email, I need to think a little more, so I'm asking Copilot to flag it so I can come back to this later when I have some time. And again, just in one quick prompt, I get it, and Copilot will remind me tomorrow about this email. For the next email, I want to respond right now to my manager about the cost trends. Again, I ask Copilot to draft, and here's the draft for me. If I want, I can reprompt, or if everything looks good to me, here's the Edit in Outlook button that I click. Again, I can make further changes there, or if not, click Send, and here we go. Very easy and fast. You always ask us about when is this feature actually available. So for the 2 we just looked at, here's this detail for you as well. There are so many other features in Microsoft 365 Copilot that we're excited about. But let me just share 2 more that are my favorite. We often hear from users that they want more control over what data Copilot reasons over. So we're introducing the tools menu that brings the most helpful tools, such as research and analyst, right in the flow of work for users, or agent mode when they are in Microsoft 365 apps. Also, reasoning over uploaded documents sometimes can be too narrow, or tapping into the full graph can be too broad. So we've introduced the sources menu for the users, so a user can be more specific on what data sources they want response to be grounded in. And finally, we got so much information overload going on these days. I don't know about you, AJ, but I totally, that's my case. And that's why I'm excited about this other new feature we've had is the schedule prompt. Just using natural language, I can ask Copilot, summarize any unread emails to me from my manager by 10 a.m. every morning. Copilot will understand the intent and will send me the summary every day at 10 a.m. You'll ask me, like, why do you need it by 10 a.m.? Because my manager gets up at 5 a.m., sends me many emails. By the time I get to my desk, I already get unread emails from my manager. I don't want to miss those.
Awesome. I also use scheduled prompts. Mine runs at 6:30 because my manager is a night owl, but very handy. All right, our third section of the talk is talking about the agent workforce. Lots of information about agents here at the conference. And we're really excited about how they unlock a lot of things you can do with Copilot. So I'm going to start by showing this video from our partner Rox. I think it's going to play, okay. And the way that they are building
Streamlining
agents.
RFP submissions. Mona is a proposal manager responsible for drafting RFP responses. She starts in Excel by clicking on a Rox agent in 𝗦𝗽𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀 Copilot. She asks the Rox agent for relevant content from previous proposals instead of manually searching through folders or old proposals. Quickly, the Rox agent surfaces the best responses, helping to save Mona's time. From the generated responses, Mona asks Rox to update one response with the latest change management approach. She specifically mentions to use a recent proposal that emphasizes hybrid delivery and the regional champions methodology. As Rox updates the responses, Mona reviews the changes and sources without having to chase down subject matter experts on her own. With the RFP responses ready, Mona switches to PowerPoint to create her presentation, asking the Rox agent to update the slide explaining Fabricam service SLA commitments and penalty framework. The Rox agent enriches the slide, pulling the right guidance. Mona submits her proposal feeling confident. Just one more way agents in 𝗦𝗽𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀 Copilot are helping to make RFP management smarter, faster, and more consistent, so you can focus on winning the next big deal.
All right, well, what I love about that demo is it shows how much time you can help people with common tasks that they need to do, pulling in all sorts of the right data. That video also illustrated this first point, which is that agents are supported in all of the 𝗦365 apps now, so you can just pop into Word, Excel, PowerPoint, pull them in, both declarative and custom engine agents, write once, run in chat across all of the different endpoints. They also have skill parity, so they can pull in our favorite image generation feature, code interpreter, or adaptive cards. Second, as you saw there, or if you've used some of the other agents, they have the context of the open documents, regardless of what app you're in, and you can use those for creation. So agents can be a thought partner with you, can help you pull in data, put it into the documents that you need. All right, and third, add-in actions for agents are enabled. So we've got deep integration between agents and WXP apps using Office.js, so you don't have to switch between agents and add-ins. You can use those both together. All righty. Now we're going to dive in a little bit more to those Word, Excel, and PowerPoint agents that you heard announced in the keynote. And these, I've been using them as we've been testing them. It's been terrific. They work with you to clarify your requests, so I'll show you a video of that in a second. Draw from both web and work, And then they let you refine the results in chat if you're kind of a chat-first person, or you can hop right over to those deep apps, and they have built native documents there. All right, so the rollout is starting with the Frontier program right now. And so if you have that, great. You can go into the agent store and install the apps. If you don't, you can talk to your IT admin to get your tenant set up for Frontier. So let's take a look in PowerPoint how this works. So first, I'm going to come up here to the Frontier drop-down, grab my PowerPoint agent, ask for, again, 𝗲𝗲 account deck. Go ahead. PowerPoint's going to come back and ask me, who is it for? How long do you want? It turns out all of our execs are obsessed with the bronze template, so we're going to use that. You'll see our chain of thought UX again, because this is obviously sped up a bit for the demo. And so here come in the slides. And then if I want another slide, I can just go ahead here in chat and say, give me a fourth slide, add this information, reasoning will run again, and add it. And of course, always our favorite, open in PowerPoint, where now I can have the full richness of the app. I can go in and use agent mode to keep using chat, or just jump in and start making changes. So hopefully this will make the exercise of making decks and great presentations even easier and more delightful. All right, it works very similarly in Excel, but what I'm going to show you here is a different way of summoning the agent. So you can go ahead and use, actually first I'm going to gather some data, which I do all the time in chat, as you saw. So once I have all of these internal resources, I just use the Tools menu, grab the Excel agent from the Tools menu, and asked it to get going. Again, I'm going to get a chance to confirm, change things, get going. It's going to make a workbook with 10 sheets, which would have taken me a very long time. Open it here in the side-by-side. I can browse, work with all the sheets here, or again, open in Excel. All right, Word works very similarly, yes. We're excited for all of you, hopefully, to check out these Frontier agents. Again, a theme, send feedback, positive and negative, so we can keep improving these for use. All right, bring us home.
Thank you, AJ. Bringing us home. There are two ways your users and organization can experience Microsoft 365 Copilot. First, it is with Copilot Chat, which is part of the Microsoft 365 mini enterprise plans. You get latest models, enterprise-grade protection, many great capabilities you saw in the first half-hour session AJ was doing. That was so exciting. And then Microsoft 365 Copilot license that unlocks the power of BRK278. You get advanced capabilities of Copilot Chat, Copilot skills, in-app editing skills, when and on M365 apps. There's a comprehensive access to agents. And finally, I think it's really important for this audience, and advanced management and analytics capabilities. Please make sure to check out those related sessions to learn more about M365 Copilot. We will stay around here if you have any questions, or find us and other experts in the Copilot booths in the expo. We really appreciate your feedback, and thank you so much.
Yes.
And now we can clap.
Yeah.
Thank you all.